What if I told you there's an ancient book, once revered, now banned, that was left out of the Bible? A book filled with forbidden knowledge, visions of angels rebelling, giants walking the earth, and prophecies of the end of the world. Book of Enoch, a text so controversial, it was hidden away for over 1,000 years. Why was it banned? What secrets are hidden within its pages that religious leaders wanted to keep from us? And most importantly, what does it reveal about the supernatural world? In today's video, we're diving into the mystery of the Book of Enoch, the secrets it holds and why it was considered too dangerous to be included in the Bible. You won't believe what we uncover. Let's begin. To understand why the Book of Enoch was banned, we first need to understand who Enoch was. Enoch isn't as well known as other biblical figures like Moses, Noah, or Abraham, but he plays a pivotal role in the early chapters of the Bible. In the book of Genesis, Enoch is mentioned briefly. In Genesis 5, verse 21 to 24, we learn that Enoch lived to be 365 years old, and then something extraordinary happened. The Bible tells us, Enoch walked with God, then he was no more because God took him away. This statement sets Enoch apart from every other figure in the Bible. Most biblical characters die, but not Enoch. He was taken by God, translated directly to heaven without experiencing death. Alongside Elijah, Enoch is one of the only figures in biblical history who did not taste death, but was brought into the presence of God in a unique divine act. This raises profound theological questions. What made Enoch so special? Why did God choose to take him directly into heaven? Beyond his unique departure from earth, Enoch is described as someone who had a special relationship with God. This close relationship led to him receiving visions, divine revelations that form the content of the Book of Enoch. The Book of Enoch is an ancient text, traditionally believed to have been written by Enoch himself, though scholars believe it was likely compiled between the 3rd century before the Common Era and 1st century Common Era. This makes the book incredibly old, possibly predating much of the Old Testament as we know it today. But while the book bears Enoch's name, it was almost certainly written by several different authors over time, with each part of the book reflecting the theological concerns and apocalyptic visions of its era. Now that we know a little about Enoch himself, let's dive into the contents of his mysterious book. The Book of Enoch isn't just a single text, it's a collection of writings, and it's divided into 5 distinct sections. Each section reveals something unique about Enoch's visions, the supernatural, and the end times. The Book of the Watchers. Perhaps the most famous part of the Book of Enoch is the Book of the Watchers. This section tells the story of a group of angels known as the Watchers. These angels were assigned to observe humanity from the heavens, but they soon grew enamored with human women. Instead of just watching, they descended to earth, took human wives, and fathered children, the Nephilim, described as giants with incredible strength. The Watchers didn't stop there. They introduced humanity to forbidden knowledge, teaching them how to create weapons, practice sorcery, and uncover secrets of the universe that were meant to remain hidden. This corrupted humanity, leading to widespread violence and chaos. As the world became more corrupt, God decided to send the Great Flood to cleanse the earth. But before that happened, Enoch was given a divine vision of the judgment that awaited these fallen angels. The Book of the Watchers is apocalyptic in nature. It describes how the Watchers are condemned by God and imprisoned in a dark abyss, awaiting the final judgment at the end of time. It's a powerful story that paints the Watchers as tragic figures, once divine, now eternally punished for their rebellion. The Book of Parables. The Book of Parables offers a series of apocalyptic prophecies. In these parables, Enoch envisions the Messianic kingdom, the final judgment, and the destruction of the wicked. Here, Enoch is given a divine tour of the heavens and sees cosmic battles between the forces of good and evil. It's also in this section that we find references to a Messiah figure, often interpreted as a precursor to the Christian concept of Jesus. Enoch's visions describe a chosen one who will sit on the throne of glory, judge humanity, and bring an end to evil. The Astronomical Book. This section is more concerned with the cosmos and celestial mechanics. The astronomical book details Enoch's visions of the heavenly bodies, the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. It's a fascinating part of the text because it reflects the ancient understanding of astronomy and how it connected to the divine. Enoch is shown the divine order of the universe, how everything operates according to God's will, and how even the stars and planets are part of a greater plan. The dream visions. The dream visions section is where Enoch's apocalyptic prophecies take center stage. Here, Enoch receives a series of dreams that depict the history of the world, from the creation of mankind, through the flood, all the way to the coming of the Messianic kingdom. It's a sweeping vision that places Enoch in a prophetic role, foretelling events that would shape human history. The Epistle of Enoch. The final section of the Book of Enoch is a letter, an epistle, written by Enoch to his children and to future generations. In this letter, Enoch urges humanity to remain righteous and faithful to God, even as the end times approach. He warns of the dangers of wickedness and reminds the righteous that they will be vindicated when the final judgment comes. Each of these sections paints a grand, cosmic picture of divine judgment, cosmic conflict, and the role of humanity in the greater plan of God. But it's precisely these visions, especially the stories of the Watchers and the Nephilim, that made the Book of Enoch so controversial. Now we come to the most important question. Why was the Book of Enoch banned? At first, the Book of Enoch was widely read and revered, especially among early Jewish communities. In fact, it was so influential that it was included in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and some earlier Christians, including the author of the Epistle of Jude, directly referenced it. Jude chapter 1, verse 14 to 15 even quotes a prophecy from the Book of Enoch, saying, "Behold, the Lord comes with 10,000s of his holy ones to execute judgment on all and to convict all the ungodly of all their deeds of ungodliness." So, if it was once accepted, why was it later rejected? There are several reasons why the Book of Enoch was ultimately excluded from the Bible and banned from many religious traditions. Theological controversies. One of the main reasons the Book of Enoch was banned is its depiction of angels and their interaction with humanity. The story of the Watchers, angels who came to earth, took human wives and fathered the Nephilim, is one of the most controversial aspects of the book. The idea that angels could rebel against God in such a way was considered heretical by many Jewish and Christian leaders. It raised uncomfortable questions about the nature of sin, free will, and the extent of divine control. For the early church, the Watchers' rebellion also raised theological issues about the role of angels. Angels, in the traditional understanding, were supposed to be messengers of God, divine beings who obeyed his will. The idea that they could sin and engage in forbidden acts with humans was seen as problematic. This concept of fallen angels differed significantly from the more orthodox view that emerged later. Apocalyptic speculation. The apocalyptic nature of the Book of Enoch also contributed to its banning. The book contains visions of the end times, cosmic battles between good and evil, and the final judgment. While other books in the Bible, like Daniel and Revelation, also deal with apocalyptic themes, the Book of Enoch takes these ideas to an extreme. Its descriptions of angelic warfare, the punishment of the Watchers, and the coming Messianic kingdom were seen as too speculative. During the early centuries of Christianity, the church was still trying to establish a coherent theology. They were trying to determine which texts best reflected their beliefs and teachings. The Book of Enoch, with its elaborate cosmic visions, was seen as too mystical and speculative to be included in the official canon. Canonization process. Another key reason the Book of Enoch was banned has to do with the process of canonization. By the time the Hebrew Bible and the Christian Bible were being solidified, the Book of Enoch had already fallen out of favor with many religious leaders. Its apocalyptic visions and controversial stories didn't align with the mainstream theology that was developing. As a result, when the Council of Laodicea in 363 Anno Domini helped determine the canon of Scripture, the Book of Enoch was excluded. Interestingly, while the Book of Enoch was rejected by the Jewish canon, it was embraced by certain Jewish sects, especially the Essenes, a Jewish sect that lived in the Qumran community, where the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered. The fact that the Book of Enoch was found among the Dead Sea Scrolls suggests that it was highly valued by certain groups, even if it wasn't accepted by the mainstream. Although the Book of Enoch was banned from the Western Christian tradition, it wasn't lost forever. The book survived in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, where it is still considered sacred scripture to this day. The Ethiopian Bible includes the Book of Enoch, along with other ancient texts that were excluded from the Western canon. This preservation of the book in Ethiopia has allowed it to survive through the centuries, giving us a glimpse into a forgotten tradition. Even though the Book of Enoch was banned and excluded from the Bible, its influence continued to be felt, especially in the early Christian church. Several early Christian writers, including Tertullian, Origen, and the author of the Epistle of Jude, were familiar with the Book of Enoch. In fact, Jude's direct quote from Enoch shows that the book was still respected during the early years of the Christian church. Moreover, the Book of Enoch has had a profound influence on the development of Christian angelology, the study of angels. The stories of the Watchers and the Nephilim have shaped how Christians view the spiritual realm, particularly the nature of fallen angels and their role in corrupting humanity. The Book of Enoch has also influenced apocalyptic literature. Its vivid descriptions of the end times, the final judgment, and the arrival of a messianic figure have resonated with those who study eschatology, the study of the end of the world. Some believe that the Book of Enoch's prophecies may hold hidden clues about the future of the world. The Book of Enoch is one of the most mysterious texts in history. Its stories of angels, giants, and divine judgment push the boundaries of what we know about the Bible. Banned for its controversial content and hidden for centuries, the Book of Enoch continues to intrigue and captivate those who seek to understand the spiritual mysteries of the past. But now that you've heard about the Book of Enoch, what do you think? Should it have been banned, or is there hidden wisdom within its pages? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We have so much more to explore in the mysteries of the Bible, the lost books, and the forgotten traditions of ancient faith. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.